Scott, thank you, my friend. Well, these two offensive coordinators, they've likely been busy during the break. What can they do to generate some offense in the second half to come? After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Dolphins getting set. Go back to work here in quarter number 3. And Charles, a scoreless first half. How does that change how you assess things here moving forward?
Well, it doesn't change it a whole lot because, remember, it's still scoreless, which means you're starting from 0 again, so you just have one half to play instead of 2. What I would look at my play sheet, though, and see is something that maybe loosens things up for my guys, gets a smile on their faces, and gets them going.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Higgins, 72 yards. And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2. Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. It's caught. And it's 8-0. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Looking to put a drive together. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Slot man moves right. From the shotgun, it's Young. He'll look middle here and get it to Odunze. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third down, Young from the gun. The Dolphins get there this time and they bring him down. And that'll bring up fourth down on the big sack with a loss of 5. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at the 23. Oh, what a move. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be Dolphin football.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
This pass caught. It's Woods. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Stroud sets up the play action. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. T. Higgins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
The Dolphins are lining up.
They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd down at the 31-yard line.
Now here's Young. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Deion Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go. Ready?
Now Young. Buying time to his left. Oh, Young loses it. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down. 2nd down and 8. They go play action. Young. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Young. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Larry Ogunjobi. And they're to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A heck of a way to start the fourth quarter, just south of 40 yards on the pickup.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 32-yard line.
Play action. Stroud now.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. T. Higgins, 31 yards. And the Dolphins have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Kick it away after the touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it will sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd down at the 32-yard line.
Jacobs going to try the middle. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down by Ray Lewis. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 3rd and
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Let's go.
Young to throw it. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
T. Higgins out on offense with the rest of his teammates for this next drive.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Open man is Higgins. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Eligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. Touchdown. T. Higgins, 31 yards.
And the Dolphins have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game, one behind the all-time record of 5.
So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Dolphins offense returning to the field.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
At the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw, Young. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
Red 38. Cut, go. Cut.
Throwing, Young. Under pressure, they got him again. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
T. Higgins out on offense with the rest of his teammates for this next drive.
What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdown.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way.
He was covered by Henry To'o.
Stroud off the play fake. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Rolling to his right.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now he's loose down the middle of the field.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And that touchdown, his 5th touchdown grab of the game, and that ties him with Jerry Rice from 1990, Kellen Winslow Sr. from 1981, and Bob Shaw back in 1950 for most receiving touchdowns in a single NFL contest.
So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
The Dolphins.
As Stroud now to throw.
Steps away to his left. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this. No, okay.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And it's incomplete. Clock now showing 0:05. That's all we have left here in the 4th. One last shot for Young.
They're going to find the open man. That's complete.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Congratulations on yet another victory. Now, you can go right to the next challenge if there's another one available, or return to challenges to receive your reward.